said this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. D. Hot Sauce Cigar Box Guitar Gospel. Hey, Mike, try it again. Fall is falling. Long springs, long falls. Winter and summer get in the way. Long springs, long falls. Winter and summer get in the way. Dude, I think I have a new idea for the fall season for a cigar blast guitar that involves the slide, and it involves a seahorse. It involves a Caesarea Philippi wine box from Italy, from Nag's Head. It involves a soap bar pickup, and it involves little thin sheets of wood, and it may involve a tremolo bar. I don't know. 25.5 inch scale. It'll be 4 strings, but it'll kind of technically be a 3 string, but we'll see. Welcome to Hot Sauce Cigar Box Guitar Gospel. Hot Sauce CBG, Hot Sauce. Okay. Here's some tools of the hobby trade I've picked up through the years. They've been in summer storage. And I'm gonna bust them out, have an idea, inspired by my new care package, inspired by the leaves of the fall. Look at these leaves on this one tree. Look at that, dude. Wow. So they haven't all completely fallen off yet, but okay. I said this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I hope to let it shine. Dude, I hope this works. You know what this is? This is some alien space tech.
This is some alien space tech.
It's not alien, dude. It's using wisdom and knowledge, not so-called science, real science. Real science. I don't understand how it works. I saw this on Instagram, looking for ideas, checking out a bunch of cigar box guitar builders, builds and stuff, whatever, guitar stuff. But this, if this works, I'm not going to tell you the whole secret right now, but this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. What are we doing? Oh, dude. Like 100 different things. Check it. I fell in love with this build, going through, just kind of getting, you know, retuned up here, so to speak. Looking to the past at things that once excited me or got the dopamine a pumping. So this right here, I fell in love with this. So this was in 2019. I'm talking piezo. Let's give her a little whirl here, dude. Let's look inside of here. This one right here, I was going to try to putting Donnie's pickup on here. This one here, because it will look cool on it, but this is a 3-pole. This is a 4-string. So I'm like, what? So, and I don't even know what I did. This is like back in the day when I really didn't know what I was doing. So I think I have, like I said, I think I have one of these piezos. There's one here, a big giant gangster one right here. I don't know if that's even a good place. This is when I was just kind of like experimenting, putting them wherever. And I don't even know if I did all this right. One of these pots is not working. I don't know if it's my hackadillo work. So, you know, look, this was back in, I don't even know, I dated this one. Revelation, we'll read this later. Pause. Turn it upside down, Captain. Nice. All right. So, long story short, I'm going to rip these guts out, keep this, close it back up, and because I don't want this one just to be a wall hanger. I want this to be a song banger. You know what I'm saying? I took that little grommet out just for fun to see what would happen. So this right here was on a memory box I did for my son, who gave me this neck years ago, like in 2019. I don't know what, I'll show you this later. Right now, this is the second thing I'm doing. So I'm playing Legos. So, long story short, he found this neck at a antique store. It was just a neck hanging there. And so, of course, I wanted to cigar box guitar it, but I originally put it on a box. This one. Look, I destroyed it. I had it on here, and I had it all dolled up. But the neck was doing this thing. Like, say, here's the body right here. The neck was doing this thing. See, it's like, you know, here's straight. This is what you kind of want, right? This guy right here, this is just straight. There's no back angle on that at all. The neck I'm referring to, right? Later down the line, when we got digging down with Del Puckett, he showed me the back angle. But if you do a back angle, you want it to be this way, not this way. So I was gonna let it go and let it slide and just keep it like memory, but I couldn't do it because it was playing, but I had the sweet neck on there, and it was just like bowing the wrong way. Okay, my camera cut. So I'm gonna give him a new box, the Warhawk. Look how pretty this is, dude. It's skinny and it's tall. That's what I want. It's got pretty wood. So the idea here being is I was going to try to, there's a million different ways to attach this neck onto a box, but I just decided to do it this way. Like attach this dowel rod that I had up here forever. So now he's being commissioned. He's gonna go like this. He's gonna go through the box like it. Stop up here somewhere. That'll be the ultimate tone bar. I'm hoping it'll, and this goes down in here pretty deep. Like I got this junk like way down in here like this. So we'll see. I don't know if it's gonna work, but it's the better. I want that neck to be on a cool box to do other cool stuff with. So at some point, maybe in this video or the next one, I need a hawk. What did I say all that for? I say all that to say that this pickup was originally on this guitar, but I built this guitar as a 3-string CBG. This is 4 poles. This right here has 4 poles. So it just seems, and see how the color is, how that color is right there, and the color right here. It just seems like it's made to go there. So I'm going to, at some point, pull these strings off, trace this, Dremel this down in here, attach this to the 3-way so it'll have piezo, and then we can light it up with the Enclave Wild Indians. That's why I liked it originally. My dad was part Indian, you know how that is, from Oklahoma. So I like this Indian imagery. Look at that, dude. Boom. Sweet. Love all that gold on there too. All this stuff means stuff. I don't know if it has esoteric meanings and, you know, whatever. I'm not really going for that. I just think it looks cool. So that's that. So project 1 will be to do this, give it new guts. I might just use these guts that it came with. This is like one of those prefab kits that's already pre-wired. Sometimes I like those, dude. You know, it's just nice to be able to pop things together like Legos instead of actually going in here and manually, you know, attaching all these things. So project 1 Project 2. The Warhawk with the... Now, Project 3, this is what's getting me coming from the summer non-building phase to this building phase. Now, this is going to be this is that big, I was going to say big ass wine box, but I don't want to say ass on camera. This is that big old wine box that I got from Susan from North Carolina. So I'm playing with this using one of these stout gentlemen. This is a big box, so I'm thinking it may have to go baritone or maybe even go bass. I might keep it bass baritone. This back right here, okay, remember that's down there, wasn't real exciting. So, and I don't want to build on the top. Why? Why? It's got cool graphics, but see this noise down here? I want to keep all that, so I can't get my neck through here. Also, I like building on the what we call the back, because if I like being able to having an access panel to this stuff, especially if you want to show people, oh, let's look, it's a wine box, it's a guitar. It's a wine box, it's a guitar, and then you can like pop it open and show them inside. If you build it, for me, if you build it up here with all the graphics, it looks cool and all the rest. But I'm always coming from a player's perspective first than the art. The art comes second. The art is subservient to the playability of the build. It has to be able to play. It has to be able to be plugged in and play at least one song recorded, at least, even if that. So this is cool. I was going to Shishugi bonnet and then stain it, but I do have this laminate that I got from the craft store. I mean, from the wood store. I hope I get something done in this video. This is just more sharing ideas. You go to the wood store. This came from like Woodcraft. Look at this bird's eye maple over here, dude. Can you see that? Is my light terrible in here? Probably. There's all kinds of species. I got this at a good deal. This right here was like, look, 24 bucks for like a veneer pack. So get this and keep it on standby. Go in there and see if you can get it, marked down or whatever. We're always trying to save a buck. This is poor man's guitars, and that's no joke. You got a mortgage, you got student loans, you got outrageous credit cards, you broke. So I might glue these on here. Like it. It's simple. I can cut this strip, cut this strip, cut this strip, and then build away. This one is gonna, the main star of this one here is, the main idea here is I'm gonna play around with the slide idea. Now, I can't give it away right now, but you're gonna have a neck on here eventually, and then you're gonna have a fretboard on here, and primarily we're trying to build, you can build whatever, 3 strings. I like building 3 strings with some of them doubled sometimes, like, what is that called? Coursed. But I'm still learning how to slide. There's a guy on Instagram. Oh my gosh, he's like a slide master. It's total fluidity. Who's that guy? I gotta find that guy. He's so good. Anyways, when you're sliding, until you master how to do it sitting right on top of the fretboard, and depending on what you use, your hand naturally kind of wants to go like this. See my finger right here? It's not natural to go like that. You learn to do it that way, to tilt over here. I am no slide master. This is just theory. This is what I think is happening. I could be completely, totally wrong. But the fun for me of being a severely ignorant musician is like discovering things. It's nothing more annoying than when you discover something. Oh, someone goes, oh, that's just the A minor pentatonic scale, diminished minor ninth. Yeah, everyone knows that. Okay. I approach it like when I'm playing songs or whatever, I kind of make up my own language. And to me, and to you, it's the sense of discovery. oh wow, what is that? Why do these two notes work together? Why are these three? So I kind of leave it at that. Why did I say all that? The same with the slide thing. I'm like learning it. But what I'm thinking about doing is finding a way of going back to 3 strings. So 3 strings, chorusing the top one sometimes, kind of have like a dulcimer 12-string sound. But this is going to be a 3-string. But what I'm playing around with, like this one right here, is I'm learning. One of the ways you get around, which is what I could have turned this guitar right here into, when you have that super high, super action, people, you automatically turn those builds into like sliders because the strings are floating so high up here, you just want to slide over it. I have an idea of how to keep it 3 strings, these 3 strings, but then I'm gonna have a 4th one, which might be the double of this one, but not spaced close to, not spaced close together like the double, but it's gonna be like the normal 4-string spacing. But then I have an idea of how to rig your fretboard so when you're sliding it, there'll be nothing here to dig it on. And again, if you're a good slide player, they'd say you learn how to not hit your frets like this. Hear that? That's hitting this edge right here. Now what you can do, I saw Warren Haynes talk about that he raises his action kind of higher than it should be, higher than he likes, but low enough to play, if that makes any sense. So it's like he's trying to find the best of both worlds, because you have to, like, this is flat. So this has to go on here a certain way. You know, and then bro, it's like a whole science about how to slide. I'm fascinated by that. So, and then, you know, so I think I've found a way, possibly, maybe, potentially, how to get past this. Just for a more comfortable play. So that's what we're working with. But then again, I jumped in. I was going through these old builds, and oh, dude, look at this. Again, it's been hard getting remotivated to build again after the dismal sales. I got like 20 builds. Look at Mike, dude. I need to get a hold of Mike. Yo, how do I jump these sales up, Mike? So this has been hard. My point is it's been difficult getting back to building. That's what my point is. But I discovered this. When I bought a bunch of these these boxes back here from my dude who built my #1 Stars and Bars, he sold me a bunch of boxes, a bunch of stuff, but then he sold me like all these speakers. And my assumption was for it to build, get those CB Giddy kits, you know what I'm saying? This was in my first videos. Did you dig it? Keep oil in your lamps, my friends. Watch and pray. That's when I was the Hot Sauce Cigar Box Guitar kitchen. We're not in the kitchen no more, dude. We're in the Doomsday Bunker. So you buy a CB Giddy kit for making little mini amps. Completely fascinating. I'm assuming that's what these were for. But I've had them socked away down here in no man's land for a while. And I saw some videos on Instagram, dude, of this guy taking these and making power sources out of them that don't require batteries. I think that's just completely fascinating. So I'm starting to play with this. I had the wire wrapped around here, but I'll show you later what may or may not happen. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Here's a hint. Wouldn't it be cool if through the use of magnets, now you're not actually using the speaker, you're using the big giant magnet on the speaker. But wouldn't it be trippy if you could find a way to take this and then, as opposed to having a 9-volt battery, having its own power source that will never go old. We'll see. Copper wire wrapped around these magnets, positive, negative. There's a bunch of videos on Instagram that I'm like, dude. So that's it. That's where we're at. This one's also going to include, see back here, I'm going to try to put a tremolo bar on here using this technology. The technology I did for these right here, that right there, to go inside the box, like a traveler guitar. I made a jig for that. And that inspired me to have the same thing going on here, having it come out the back, but bigger and wider, and then maybe have this, I don't know, dude, this looks like a lot of stuff. Madness, man, madness. All right. So that's where we are. The shop is now a complete mess, and I cannot work in chaos. I can't work in the kitchen with chaos, and I can't work in here with chaos. But so one thing at a time. I'm gonna wait for this. I'm gonna wait for this neck to dry, this dowel rod to dry. See if I can get it through the Warhawk. Put that together again, and then I'm gonna see if we can't get this right here. Hopefully this will be easy. Just trace this out, route it out, solder it, and then boom. I love this one, dude. I don't know why I love it so much. And then work on this magnet thing, and that's it. Bye. Thank you for watching these videos. Hopefully I did something in this video other than just yap. Hot sauce CBG. Now that's better, dude.